So when he says Gary didn't have any success, it kind of made me laugh. So I'm like, wait a minute, well, we was at, we're supposed to be good. But you can't spend on status, right? That's what we know. I don't care what rank you are, if you ain't making no money, it don't matter. So, real quick, guys, I had a call from Paul Prevent earlier, right before I came in, 'cause I just got in from Hawaii today. Been a long plane ride, about 14 hours. Went out there to do a local for the team out there. And I can say this was my first time in Hawaii. I always wanted to go, so I knocked it off my bucket list. Anybody got a bucket list y'all want to do? Man, hopefully you guys do. But it was fun. Got to be out there for a couple of days to see our team. And got here today. And at first I wasn't going to come, but Janetta, she convinced me to be out here. And so I'm here. And I thank all you guests that are out here today, all you promoters that are here. I thank you guys for coming out tonight. Definitely, I appreciate you guys. But you're here because you want to hear about this Thrive experience. You want to hear about Lauderdale. Well, I'm not going to be long, but I want to tell you real quick the reason why I started, and I get into what Paul wanted me to share with you guys. Well, 22 months ago when I started, I was worse off than Gary because for 3 years in our previous company, I was homeless. I was carless. I was living with friends for 3 years, and everybody kept saying, Rodney, how did you do that? Well, if you're a likable person, and you're building a reputation in a company, people don't mind. If I called you up and said, hey, I want to come to New York to build our team, I'm like, yeah, Rodney, come on out, come sleep on our couch, we good. I'm sleeping, on couches, on floors, hotel rooms, if I have money, whatever I could do to make it, that's what I did for 3 years. And everybody kept saying, my mom was even saying, she thought I was doing okay, but she didn't know I was doing bad. But she kept saying, are you doing okay? I kept saying, yeah, Mom, I'm good. Everybody kept saying, why don't you get a job? I didn't want a job. Me personally, I don't believe God put me here to work 40 hours a week. I don't think He put me here to, make minimum wage or just to make barely enough to get by. I don't think that's why I was born. You may have a different philosophy, that's not me, okay? I don't think I'm born for that. I think my purpose is bigger, okay? So, before opportunities came my way, I was playing professional basketball. I worked out with the New York Knicks, worked out with the Magic, did that, played with Roy Jones Jr., played in the D-League, played CBA, did a bunch of things for several years till I tore my ACL. After that, I had to get a regular job. So I probably worked every job you could possibly imagine, outside of illegal stuff. Okay? Every job that paid me more, I would just go to that job. Because I just wanted some money. Okay? Because once you go from playing ball, and I wasn't rich by any means, but when you have an agent and he's paying for you, he's not making you rich, but I didn't have no needs. I had money in my pocket, had no bills, no food, didn't worry about nothing. At that time, I had long braids, so I didn't have to worry about no haircuts. But at that time, it was just, I was living a life, So here it was, I came across some opportunities. And sometimes we pass them up because we all think they're pyramid schemes or they're, whatever we think they are. I could name them, go through names all night long. But I started seeing people that was just like me, just like you, that were having a lot of success. And I kept saying, what makes them so different than Rodney? And I figured it out. It was one thing that made all them people in the magazines, on that stage, one thing was very different. It was their thinking, the way they thought. That was it. Change your thinking, change your life. Now I know a lot of you in here have heard these things before. Matter of fact, who in here is married? What's your name, sir?
Walter.
Walter. Beautiful wife.
Thank you, sir.
Beautiful. Now, is she the first woman you ever dated in your life?
No, sir.
Is she the second?
No, sir.
Third?
No.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
Thank you.
I want you in trouble.
Thank you.
Right? In trouble. All right. Now, he kept going until he found the one.
First one I married.
That's where he married.
Yes, Sandra.
So, it's so funny that most of us people We'll sit up here, we'll go through person after person, no matter how they did us. We could have been hurt in our previous relationship, it wouldn't have mattered. God could have dogged us, dogged you, wouldn't have mattered. Woman could have dogged us, wouldn't have mattered. But you're not gonna stop dating. I promise you, you're not. You know why? Because you have a desire. You have that feeling for love. You want that companionship. You want it. But why, when it comes to an opportunity to change your life, if the last one didn't work, why would somebody come to you about another one? You be like, oh, I did that before. Why is that? Why would you give up on your financial freedom? But you're so quick just to be with somebody else, just to give them a chance. This is my philosophy. None of us in this room are going to make it out of here alive anyway.
Amen. Truth.
None of us.
Truth.
So why not max out?
Amen.
Why not give life everything you have again and again until you hit it? See, I get this home run with this. Was I scared? Yeah. Was I scared that he was going to talk about me from my previous company? Yeah. Was I scared that I was going to say I quit and I was a quitter and I was all this? Yeah. But those opinions wasn't paying none of my bills.
Mm-hmm.
Amen to that.
None of them. Okay? So here I was talking to Mike Page and Paul Gabet, and I remember this so clearly, so vividly. I was staying with a friend in Douglas, Georgia. And it's so funny, this guy looked up to me. His name was Sherrard. He lives in Georgia. He was a part of my previous company. He followed me a lot on Facebook and things like that. Every time I came to an event, he always talked to me afterwards, wanted some advice, things like that. And it's so funny, I'm calling him to say, hey man, I'm coming back to Georgia. I want to be close to my son. You mind if I stay with you for a little while? He's like, no man, come on, you got to make sure my daughter's not here. No, come on and stay up here. So I'm like, cool. And I'm thinking, this dude looked up to me and I'm asking him, can I stay with him? And I'll never forget, this is when I joined Lauderdale. I'm like, and this is so funny because I remember this because he had no hot water. So every morning, I'm taking a cold shower. I'm just thinking, this can't be it. Like everyone said, dude, you don't have hot water. He said, man, I don't have enough money to pay my electric bill. So, we got lights, but I got to hook up with the electricity, but I don't have no hot water. We've been there. Don't act like I know what I'm talking about. Hookups. So I remember every morning, it's just like, man, I can't keep living like this. And I was a part of this company, and he knew me from this company, so I told him, I said, Sherrod, I'm about to join another company. And he didn't want to hear it because he was so emotionally, because sometimes we're so emotionally tied into a company. See, some people, they want to be a part of the social scene. They like being a part of, taking pictures, going to buy some nice dresses to, be with the top, and just take pictures like that. See, me, I've been getting attention since high school. I've been a high school star since high school. I've been getting attention since I was in junior high. So attention now is nothing. It don't affect me. Because I've been in newspapers already, I've been in magazines already, I've been on TV already. None of this stuff, it bothers me. So I didn't get into this profession for recognition. I got into this profession to change my life. And I knew after tearing my ACL, it was one other profession that I knew that could work for me if I worked it. And that was network marketing, direct sales, whatever you want to call it. I knew this would work. Now I always wanted my time and my money. Because to me, you can never get time back. You can always get money. But when time is gone, it's gone. And see, me, I just had a son. And see, my dad wasn't in my life. He wasn't there. So I wasn't going to repeat that cycle. So I said, I got to do something. Even though I wasn't there for him like I should have been my first few years, I had to convince his mom that he'd give me another 6 months. Another 6 months. Another 6 months. She kept saying, that stuff ain't working. I said, no, I believe it's going to work. It didn't work. So luckily I had the courage to make a decision to change. Okay, here we are now. We're 22 months in. Life is way different now. Way different. It's funny to be able to do things for my mother. She was there for me. She was my rock. She was my everything. Even though me and her had our battles, but because when she's raising, 3 boys by herself, and I'm the oldest one, it was just always some commotion going on, and it caused our relationship not to really be where it should be. but she was still there. She was still supportive. She made sure we had clothes, she made sure we had food, lunch money, things like that. And so now to be able to be here in this moment, to be able to do things for her that I've always wanted to, but that I couldn't afford to back then, it makes me feel good. You know, to be able to fly her here, fly her there, her and her husband, you know, on me, you know, pay for, you know, all kind of stuff for her now. She's shocked now. You know, I told her how much I was earning, and she looked at me like, what do you mean? I said, no, seriously. I showed her. She said, is this stuff, is this legal? So of course, you know. So, and it's just funny, man. Like I said, just life's different. But I can tell you right now, where we're going as a company, this Thrive Experience, guys, I can tell you, you know, this year we're going to clear 300 million easily in sales as a company. But I can tell you the next 12 to 24 months, we're going to go to about 900 to a billion. Easily. Very easily. Gary said, I'm not here to talk about money. He's not here to talk about money. I'm a little bit different. Being honest. Again, I didn't try the product when I started. Why? Even though Mike Page was my coach and my sponsor, he asked me that I want some samples. I told him no. I said, Mike, by the time they get to me, it's going to be 3 or 4 days. By the time I take it, that's another 3 or 4 days. By the time I place an order, that's another 3 or 4 days before I get my product. I don't have that kind of time. I don't have 12 days. If I'm going to do it, let's do it now. Got started. But I can tell you this. When Mike told me to put 100 people in for free in my first 30 days, that's exactly what I did. You know why? Because when somebody has what you want, why wouldn't you listen to them? It's so funny when I hear promoters talking to their friends about what they should do when that person don't even have the results they're looking for. See, me, I don't never take advice from anybody I wouldn't trade places with. I don't care who you are, my mama, my daddy, my uncle, my cousin. I do not care who you are. You don't have the lifestyle I want. How can you tell me anything about where I want to go? You're going off of theory. I need facts. I need to know exactly what I need to do to get to where you are, period, in the story. So did I listen to him? Absolutely. And did I understand it? No, I didn't. I didn't understand spring enrollments. Why? Because I was so used to closing people. I sponsored 119 people in my previous company, and these were the free accounts. These were big time packages. $500, $1,300, these were big time packages. I was getting credit cards left and right. That's how I made a living for myself, was closing people. Now, I haven't asked one person for a credit card since I've been in Lauderdale. Not one person. So, again, to win over here, do you have to be a super recruiter? No, you don't. You just gotta have some confidence in yourself and be consistent. See, while people don't want to Lauderdale, they're not consistent. They come here to go hard for a week, maybe even a month. All of a sudden, the wife, the husband, the baby, the job, the boss, sick. But you say you want freedom. Sorry, it ain't gonna happen. Paul Gravett, Gary, come here real quick. Paul Gravett, when he was on the phone with us today, he shared some crazy stuff with us. And I don't know if he wanted to share some of that stuff, but I do know this. Black Label that's coming out this month. If you haven't heard about Black Label, y'all heard of Polo, right? Polo got a Black Label, right? That's a whole nother version of clothes, more expensive, a little bit more better. Well, see, we have another version of the DFT coming out called Black Label, for those of you who don't know. Okay, different formula, different shape, hot, more impactful. It's coming out this month, matter of fact, next week. And do you know when this thing drops, this is going to be the biggest month Lauderdale has ever had from one single product. Okay? Now hear this. That's just the tease. That's just the tease, so what's coming in September. See, they all, see, Jason and Paul are so methodical with what they do. It's crazy, because then in September, they got something coming out. In October, they got something coming out. November, they got something coming out. And then they're going to end the year with a bang in December. Paul shared with us this on Three-Way. It was me, Gary, and Paul, right as I was on my way here. And I can tell you now, if you're not a part of Lauderdale, it's free to join. It's also free to watch. Okay? You can watch us grow all you want. And you can sit there and think we're fathoming stories or it's not real. You are allowed to think that. You're a grown man, a grown woman. We're not here to convince you. Like I said, you can change your thinking, you can change your life. It's up to you. Okay? I can tell you now, if you have some confidence and you want to just swing the bat one more time, you can literally go from where you are now. Again, I'm not making this about money. I'm not. But you tend to sleep a little better at night when you have a little bit more money. You can pay bills up 6 months and not worry about life for 6 months. You can live a little bit different. You know, so my thing is that, you know, have confidence in you. Don't worry about how it works, because you're not going to learn it right away. Just do what your leadership tells you to do. Keep it simple. Don't be on your phone with your girlfriend or boyfriend trying to sell them. Just call everybody you know, get their email, put them in as a customer, let them check it out, and I promise you, you'll figure out the ones that are hot. They'll call you back. Hey, I saw the video, what's this all about? But understand this, guys. Paul and Jason are not playing. They're not playing. I had a guy, leader from my previous company, called me last night. I had just landed in LAX. He calls me, he says, hey, Rod. Now, mind you, he deleted me off of Facebook when I joined Lauderdale. Calls me up. Now, this is a big-time leader. Big-time leader. What up, Rod? Where you at? I said, I'm actually I'm out here in LAX. About to head to Florida. I sent him the flyer. I said, I'm about to head to this event. Oh, that's strong. That's strong. Keep rocking. So they want to look into it. No, I was calling you about something else. Dude, we've been featured twice in Successful Home magazine in the past 12 months. No other company in the 26-year tenure of that magazine has done that except Lauderdale. Something else you can show me or tell me about that's going to make me even think about. I don't even want to hear it. See, you know why people like Gary is successful? Because when he got his blinders on, he don't even care about the company. He's not looking at their comp plan. He's not sitting there trying to check them out. He's not sitting there saying, I'm going to check out their website, what they're all about. No. When your blinders is on, and there's one thing that's in front of you, and you're going right there to get it, period. That's why people like him, people like Elisha, people like Janetta, that's why they're successful, because when the blinders are on, whatever's going on the side, it don't matter. We don't even cater to it. See, while y'all get distracted and y'all let y'all friends and family distract y'all from y'all's goals, that's why sometimes you don't get the success you want, because you're so easily distracted. You got to go to a whole other level of focus. Now, when Paul was on the phone with us earlier, I left some stuff for you because I didn't want to share it all. But watch this. Let's listen to this. Let's listen to this. Go ahead.
Like he said, Paul and Jason, they're very methodical. They know what's coming. We can't tell you what it is, but it's supposed to be kind of delicious, kind of yummy. That's approaching September. For sure, when Black Label comes out this month, I want to kind of tell y'all a quick little story just to paint the picture for you. Because we all started in the same place, right? And rightfully so, Mr. Foster said it, you know, you all hear about the Thriving Experience. Most of you have already heard about the Thriving Experience before you came here. It is the star of the show. We've established that. Check out the Facebook fan page. Check out the website, read the stories, right? But a lot of other people, maybe one person in this room, maybe two, probably one or two, that say, dagnabbit, if it's possible to have some options for my family, I want them. Maybe I'm not supposed to trade hours for dollars for 40 to 50 years, even though I love what I do for a living. There's nothing wrong with that if you love your job. We're just talking about giving you some options and eliminate the stress. How do you do that? You have to explode free accounts. That's what Paul was saying. A lot of people, they have 200 to 300 people in their phone list, right? Most people that you know, they got 200, 300, 400 contacts, but they take like 3 years to register them for free. It's not the same as doing 130 days or 260 days or something like that. That's what we did. We're so grateful for the opportunity. That's all we've done. You got to get out of here knowing that when Black Label hits on the 16th of this month, I remember when the product launch came out, the first big one we saw, I have it on today actually, DFT Ultra.
Woo.
I know what month it came out. It was February 2014. It was the same month that Balance came out, remember? We're in Vegas that month. 77 of us in that room on the first lifestyle getaway vacation. The last lifestyle getaway vacation was probably 2,000, 3,000 people. But there were 77 of us in that first event. Guys, you gotta make things simple and just do the work and don't get distracted. It is about distractions. 5 emails per day for 20 days is 100. Why don't people have success? They don't do that. They're too busy doing this. Yeah. Like Rodney said, talking to their friends for 20, 30 minutes. Paul said, don't do that. That's not what it's about. You don't need to be on the phone with your girlfriend or boyfriend for 20, 30 minutes. You gotta get through the free accounts. Facebook is free accounts. Google is free accounts. Facebook doesn't care if you click on Candy Crush. They really don't. They know somebody's gonna click on Candy Crush, even if it's not you. So you gotta explode your free accounts, because when DFT Ultra came out, that was the first day our organization saw a $10,000 day. I had never seen it. The Mike Baker was telling us, get ready for those days, right? Get ready for those days. It's gonna happen. I've seen it. I didn't believe it because I didn't see it before. But I just, like Rodney said, we don't have to understand it. You have to go do it. How hard is it to pick up your phone and get somebody's email address and do those 100 free accounts? If you missed it in your first 30 days, do it in another 30-day window. That's 5 a day for 20 days, 4 a day for 30 days. Anybody can do that if you turn off, 50 Shades of Purple for at least 30 minutes a day. Y'all laughing. Y'all know what the real one is, huh? And I want to close with this last final point, and I'll let them finish up. Don't be the person that does all these free signups and goes, I don't need no help. I got it, right? You gotta be humble. Humility is not weakness, it's just that you recognize you don't know everything.
Right. Yeah.
We have a system. The system. 3-way calls, third-party validation. I'm not gonna train on it. I'm gonna give you a word picture. I have a friend named Oprah Winfrey. Not really, hypothetical friend, which I know my girl. Okay? She asked me to find an up-and-coming author to help publish and promote their book. I'm part of a book club. I know a lot of people. My friends in the book club don't know that I know Oprah. So I called my friend on the phone. I'm saying, hey, I want to help get your book out. It's going to cost you like $1,500. We're going to do some work together. My friend is like, right. Okay, Chester. They're not buying it. They're defending why they can't spend the money. I said, hold on, I know you got some questions. Ring, ring. I called Miss Winfrey's office, and I introduced Miss Winfrey to my friend. Do you think my friend doubts me now? That is the reason why people have success in Lavelle and other people don't. They're the ones talking to their friends, trying to sell the product. Rodney and I were on this, what do we call it, a leaderboard? When we first started, it was a competition board. And it showed you who had the number of free signups in the company. It showed you who the top 40 enrollers were. And I saw him. And I mean, honestly, what he said, every day we woke up, he was 3 ahead, the next day I was 2 ahead, and the next day he was 5 ahead because he was watching. It just kept us going. Every time someone had a question, we passed it over to Mike Page and we kept going. When you're the expert to your friend, when they're hearing you, all they hear is wham, 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 and you think you got it, but you really don't. You might know the information, but people don't buy into information, they're buying into credibility. So exposure-free signups, compress it, get as many as you can before August 16th. I'm telling you, because the next release we saw after that was Activate. Activate was our first $20,000 day. Was that us? No, we had enough people sign up for free to support the orders. Then they had the boost and all those things that came along. Every time there's a product release, I'm telling you, 12Ks go 80K. It's an insane amount of business. I remember Nikki Kennedy out in Philadelphia. That young lady went from 12K to over 100,000 in 1 month. Her network was aggressively doing free signups and three-way calls. Everybody say that. Three-way calls. If you give something tonight, so come on back up, Mr. Joseph. Whatever you got. I'm done. I'm going back.
Real quick. Guess how many free accounts have been in Lauderdale the past 48 hours? No, we ain't going crazy. That's too much. In the past 48 hours, if you can guess it, I got something, but
50?
120.
1,000.
500,000.
500?
500.
No, you was close.
50.
40. Said 48. You said
We
40?
got the money right here.
I got 40,000
Oh.
new accounts in the past 48 hours. Do you know when me and Gary started, we wouldn't even have these kind of conversations? I remember when I started, it was only like 5,000 people on the fan page. Now we got like almost 400,000 that like the fan page. When you got vision, there's nothing that can stop you guys. I'm telling you right now where this company's going. Don't think about where we are right now. Because they've already mapped out 2016. Right now they're working on 2017. So 2016 is pretty much set. They fine-tuned a couple little things toward the end of 2016, but 2016 is pretty much done. Trips, lifestyle getaways, new releases on things, that's done. Okay? And the places that we're going, Lord, help us all. Help us all. Real quick, Janetta, where's your, okay, well, you can, but I broke my phone.
I'll do it. Are we just taking a
Come on.
picture of the video?
The video.